and talk a little bit about what value Swimage brings to our organization. Now, we did a case study for a company, and this is kind of the information we came out of this case study of where these savings were at. And they're basically four main buckets. Reduce user downtime. This is the amount of time a user has to wait for their machine to get functioning again after something happens. So maybe it gets a blue screen of death, it dies, it gets a virus, whatever it is. Depending on where they're at and where the technicians are, I've seen home users get 2 weeks downtime before they can get fully functional again because of the cross shipping that has to happen and that sort of thing. And for those remote workers, the downtime reduction is significant because Swimage can kick in, rebuild the system, get it functioning in a matter of minutes versus sometimes weeks. But on average, what we discovered, about 80% reduction in user downtime. Okay, now we have the reduction in shipping costs. So reduction, especially for the home workers, where you're shipping loaner PCs, they're shipping their old PC back, it gets repaired, it gets shipped back, you ship the loaner back, reducing a lot of shipping. And anytime there's a non-hardware related issue, Swimage can kick in and fix it, regardless of the issue. It's a blue screen of death because the operating system got corrupted, bad driver, something like that gets on that machine, malware. Swimage will fix that. It's not a hardware related issue. You don't have to ship machines because Swimage can fix that in place. Reduction in shipping costs we found was about 90% reduction. Okay. Again, it varies based on kind of what your activities and your business processes are. Okay. Next is reduction in support and tech costs. We do that by 95%. Most of the time, this is all self-service. You can do this remotely. You don't have to send out second-tier support. So desk side support tier many times goes away. Instead of sending out second-tier support, which is your desk side, hey, user, step out of my way. I'm going to sit at your desk for the next 4 hours trying to figure out why you're having these pop-up or whatever you're getting on this machine and tweaking the registry, uninstalling apps or whatever. First-tier support can simply rebuild the system. So they can send out a command to either fix it or complete reimage it. They don't have to send out desk side support. They can do it overnight. They can say, I'm going to schedule you for, let's try 7 p.m. You'll be home. Come back in the morning and tell me if the problem's solved. And more often than not, Swimage has solved the problem. That machine is fully refreshed. Users say thumbs up, ready to go. Tickets closed. Very little support tech time involved. Okay. And then finally is the increased throughput. If you have a mass migration, if you have a domain migration, an acquisition, something like that, we can increase the throughput significantly. 650% is this particular example. Again, may vary. But it's because of the snapshot that we can do very aggressive. We're very robust, very resilient, very easy to set Swimage up. It takes very little effort. Swimage is up and running. You get it installed. You configure your templates. This is what you want to do. It can build the image. You can start pushing out very rapidly. So instead of having months, 6 months to a year, sometimes 2 years before you can take an entire organization and migrate it from domain A to domain B, we can do that in a matter of weeks. So that throughput gets significantly improved. You can do, if you're really gutsy about it, you can do an entire light switch migration. One weekend, you can get an entire organization migrated from one domain to another using Swimage because the actual technology behind this is robust enough to allow you to do that.